I can't pay the full amount. I mean, I understand I owe 19,000, but I can't pay no 19,000. I don't have 19,000.
You understand this is going to come out of your whatever kind of, I don't know if it's a 401k or whatever kind of domestic relations order that you have.
It's gonna get paid regardless, but I just don't need them taking out my 401 right now.
The state filed a qualified domestic relations order on February 6, 2025, and both parties were served with a copy of the state's motion, and the state's asking for the court to approve the QDRO order as proposed by the state. I'm unclear if we have an agreement, as the mother agreed, but the father didn't answer, so I'll take testimony. Ms. Gillespie, can you please state your full name?
Makia Gillespie.
Name and age of your child?
Jayla Gillespie. She's 16 years old.
Ma'am, you understand that the state filed a qualified domestic relations order
Yes.
and that Mr. McLean has arrears in the amount of $11,658.97 as of February 28, 2025?
Yes.
And the state's asking for the administrator of the father's current 401k plan to allow the state to access that account?
Yes.
Okay. And you are in agreement with that, ma'am?
I have a question. From my understanding,
Hold
they
on.
were saying...
Are you in agreement? Yes or no?
I have a question first.
There's no questions here. You have to answer that question.
Okay, but what I'm saying is the way she's explaining it is not the way the attorney explained it to me.
So you're not in agreement?
Can I advise you the way that it was explained to me? So maybe you can see where I'm coming from?
We don't know
If
what
you
you're
answer-
not understanding, ma'am, but there's money on her. He's got some money and some savings, maybe for retirement, and they're trying to collect the money so they can pay off these arrears. So you either want them to use this money to pay off some of the arrears or all of it, or you don't.
Is it all right if I say something now?
We're gonna get to you in just a minute, Mr. McLean.
Okay.
That's not how that was explained to me, but okay.
Are you in agreement or are you not in
Yes,
agreement?
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Pass the witness.
Okay, call your next witness.
Mr. McLean, can you please state your full name?
Jamison McLean.
And sir, do you understand that you have arrears in the amount of $11,658.97?
Yes.
And that the state is asking for an approval of the qualified domestic relations order, allowing us to access your current 401k plan to satisfy your arrears?
I understand.
Okay. Are you in agreement with that?
But before I say yes, can I get I got a question to ask because this is my first time finding out about this.
Sir,
Yes.
I need you to answer my question and then I'll give you an opportunity to make any other statements. So are you in agreement or are you not in agreement?
No, I'm not in agreement with that as of right
Okay.
now.
Okay. So you're not in agreement for the QDRO, correct?
Explain it to me. That's what I'm saying. Explain it to me.
You are in agreement that you have arrears, correct?
I understand I have arrears.
Okay. And you currently have a 401k plan with United Natural Foods, is that correct?
I guess so. If that's
Okay.
who is with you.
Okay. The state is asking to be allowed to satisfy your debts from your 401k plan. That is what we're asking the court to do today.
Okay, so with that being processed, what they just gonna go in there and take the 11,000 out right now to satisfy that, or what? That's what I'm trying to understand.
So did you receive our pleadings that were sent to you?
No, I only got a court date. the Zoom date. I didn't get anything else. That's what I'm saying. It's my first time hearing about any of this.
So
And
you
I've been on
didn't,
this, and I've been on this Zoom since 9 o'clock.
so you've not spoken with anyone today?
I have spoken with no one today.
Okay.
All
All
right,
right.
let me just kind of explain again, and maybe in a different way. You're behind in your child support, some $11,000. Either you didn't pay it, or maybe that's part of a prior judgment, or a combination of both. Money's been saved into a 401k instead of paying off the child support. So what they want to do is they found the money, they want to take the money and pay it towards your child support. Hopefully, at the end, you'll owe a zero balance for child support, and the only thing you're going to owe for the future is just your future child support, and hopefully, you won't be behind again. Um, that's basically what they're trying to do.
Okay, okay, I get you. Okay.
Okay, does that understand that, Mr. McLean?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. So, do you agree with that?
Whoo, yeah.
Okay, I know it's difficult. I know it's not fun, but they're trying to get you to pay this as soon as possible rather than have to wait 20 years or something like that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully it'll pay it off, and then you could start contributing again back to your retirement. I don't know. They're only gonna take what you owe. So if you have more saved than $11,000, or whatever the exact amount is, then you're gonna keep that. It'll just be just this portion here for the arrears. And of course, as I said, make sure you don't get behind again, because they could possibly ask for this to happen again, but hopefully not. You just got a couple more years of support. So hopefully that won't be necessary to do that again. All right. Hopefully that explains a little better there. I know y'all probably just popped into court today, but they should have explained it there in the meeting before you came over here to court. But that,
Okay.
yeah.
I just got one more question.
Yes, sir.
Because I don't think I have that much in there to pay that whole 11 off. So let's say whatever they taking it doesn't pay it off. Like, how would I know when they're gonna take some more? That's all I want to know. Like, how would that work?
They're going to take what's in there. If it doesn't pay it off, then they're going to send out a new withholding order to pay something on your arrears, depending on what you owe after that. So I don't know what that number is going to be, because
Okay.
it depends on how much you have in there. So let's say you owe 1,000 instead of 11,000. Your
Mm-hmm.
monthly payment on 1,000 should be less than $11,000 payment. Okay, so they're probably going to decrease your monthly payment, hopefully, on the arrears if there's a difference based on how
Okay.
much you pay. Now, if this only pays off $600 of the 11,000, then that's probably not going to make a big dent in the monthly amount.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So I can't give you a real clear answer on that. Depends on
Okay.
how much you have in there and how much you have left over after that. All right.
Okay.
All right. Then I'm enter the QDRO, and it'll take a little while to process, but then that'll be paid, and then we'll see where we are at that point. And then you have other questions later on, Mr. McLean, you can always call the AG's office after they credit the payment on the arrears. You can talk to them about maybe the monthly payment if there's anything left over. Maybe they can adjust it if it's too high. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Y'all are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you. All right, Ms. Etivi, looks like this is a QDRO for some arrears. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're here on a qualified domestic relations case. This is an arrears only case, and the state is asking for the courts to enter the proposed QDRO order as it was proposed by the state, and it's being contested by the father. I will take testimony at this time.
Okay.
Ms. Goffney,
Yes, ma'am.
can you please state your full name
Latricia Goffney.
and the name and age of your child?
Deontay Hawthorne, he is 25.
Ma'am, the state is asking to enter an order directing the plan administration of the father's pension and retirement plan against the arrears that the father has in the amount of $28,800.30. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and the father was ordered on May 2000 to pay a child support amount of $349.70, which he has been paying. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but you are in agreement that the qualified domestic relations order should be entered at this time.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead, next witness.
Mr. Jones, can you please state your full name?
Cedric Jones.
And Mr. Jones, the state is asking that the court enter a qualified domestic relations order authorizing the plan administration of your prior employer, United Natural Foods, to be able to access the amount towards your child support arrears. Are you in agreement with that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And you understand you're in arrears in the amount of $28,800.30?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you are not in agreement for the QDRO order to be entered at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you state why?
I feel like I've been paying it. Even when I wasn't working, I still paid my child support. You know, I'm never behind. You know, I mean, I feel like I'm gonna pay my, I mean, it's gonna get paid regardless, but I just don't need them taking out my 401 right now. Now, I can understand if I wasn't paying, it makes a big difference.
Okay, but sir, you also in agreement that you are in arrears of $28,800.30?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, I pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, we're 7 years but late on having to pay off everything that's owed. The child is 25. You've had 7 years to pay it off. Maybe you were making monthly payments, but we got to get this done sooner. So I'm granting the QDRO so that they can pay off the arrears. Hopefully, if there's any excess that you may have in excess of that, they're not going to touch that. They're only going to just pay off the arrears. Hopefully, that'll pay it off, and then you won't have anything more left to do at all. But if there's a difference, then of course you've got to continue to make your monthly payments on those arrears. All right, they'll send you a copy of the order. Y'all are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Your Honor, the state is asking for a QDRO order that was approved by the administrator of the program. I think originally the order asked for the motion asked for about 27,000 and something, but he did make a few payments since then. So in the actual order, we're asking for $26,970.64 total, which includes the arrears on the child support and the medical support.
26,009, what, please?
$970.64. I think I said 54, but
Okay.
it's 64.
All right. Anything else, ma'am?
No, thank you.
All right, Miss Gatewood, raise your right hand, ma'am. Ma'am, do you solemnly swear or affirm in testimony you're going to give here today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you?
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am, you're officially on the oath, and I'll let the state call you as a witness, and you may proceed at this time, Miss Overstreet.
Thank you, Your Honor. Miss Gatewood,
Yes, ma'am.
in your divorce decree from Mr. Willborn, he was ordered to pay you child support and medical support. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Has he ever paid you anything directly that was not included, that did not come through the state disbursement unit?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And do you have any objection to the state entering into evidence as Exhibit 1, the pay records in this case?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Your Honor, I sent that to you. Do you want me to share it as well, or?
I'll hold it up. It's kind of long, but I'll hold it up. Ma'am,
I can share it too.
Ma'am, this is the financial activity report in your case. It shows what monies have been paid for child support through the state disbursement unit as ordered previously by the county court in Gatesville. Is there any legal reasons that states one should not come in evidence at this time?
No, sir.
All right. And states one's admitted and state one confirms the information that Ms. Overstreet said, noting that there had been some payments, but the new judgment amount requested is the $26,970.64. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I don't believe I have anything else. We're just asking, like, per the motion for the QDRO in that amount.
All right, the court will so grant it this time. You said the QDRO administrators already approved the order.
Yes, Your Honor. And
right.
I had sent one over to Belinda, but we're going to send another one because I didn't realize the state collection unit had done all new ones yesterday based on any new payments or anything. So they'll be
send that over by
later.
DocuSign, or you can send it over directly, however you want to do it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. May Ms. Greenwood Reeves be excused?
Yes, you may. Thank you.
All right, ma'am, you're free to go. We're off the record. Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we're asking the court to enter a qualified domestic order in this case that we can send to the administrator of the program. And we are asking that be in the amount. I need to see if this was one of the ones they had to change. If you'll give me just a second, Judge, I'm sorry. I've got too many things open. I can't find my.
Yeah, I know how that happens. When you get these computers, you can have 80 Google tabs open at one time. Yeah, not fun.
We had requested $16,520.55.
$16,000.
$520.55. And he owes more than that, but we have to go with whatever we requested, I think. I don't think we can raise it. We can only lower it. So,
all right, and the court will note that the request is $16,520 and $20.55, correct?
yes.
All right. All right, at this time, I'll go ahead and allow you to call your witness. At this time, Ms. Graham, your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you're going to give here today, ma'am, is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you?
Yes.
All right, ma'am, you officially under oath. If there's anything at the end of the hearing, you have any questions you have, any information you think I need to have, you'll be allowed to give the court that information because you technically represent yourself, but I'll let the state go ahead and call you as a witness at this time. You may proceed at this time, Ms. Overstreet.
Thank you, Your Honor. Miss, was your name Barber?
Yes, that's my maiden name.
Okay. And now you go by Miss Graham?
Yes.
Since the original order was put in place in this case, has Mr. Moore ever paid you anything directly that did not come from the state disbursement unit for your child support?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And we're asking, Your Honor, I'd like to ask the court to put into evidence the pay records in this case.
Ready?
Exhibit 1.
I got one. Here you go. All right,
Okay.
ma'am. This is State's exhibit number 1. This is the financial activity report in your case. This is the pay record. Is there any reason this should not come into evidence, ma'am? It's okay for the court to have this information is what I'm asking.
Yes.
All right, State's one's admitted. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're asking the court to enter an order in this case, actually in the amount of the amount due $16,489.74.
Okay, so what's the amount now?
I'm sorry, it's $16,489.74 is the one that they sent us.
189 and 74. Okay,
And-
so instead of 16,520.55, you're requesting $16,489.74 in the QDRO, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. The court will grant that. And the court will also place in evidence. I'm gonna mark this as State's Exhibit number 2. Ma'am, I'm gonna mark it evidence State's Exhibit number 2. It's the return information or receipt information on the certified letter that was sent to the non-custodial party. Is there any reason this should not be placed in the record and in the court file, ma'am?
No, it's fine.
All right. So I'm gonna mark this as Stage 2, and it is admitted to show that the notices were forwarded properly. Okay. Anything else at this time, Ms. Overstreet?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right. May Ms. Graham be excused?
Yes, you may.
All right,
Thank
ma'am,
you,
you're
ma'am.
excused. The court's going to grant the order. Are you going to send this one by DocuSign, or you going to sign the one that's here with the file?
I think I need to send
Let me
you
double
that.
check the amount.
Yeah, if the amount's correct, you can sign that one.
Yeah, it looks like okay, 16. Yeah.
It's
Okay, she
correct.
says it's in DocuSign already. I'll do the one in DocuSign. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
sounds
All right,
good.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Did I hit leave meeting?
Yes. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor, we're asking for you to sign a qualified domestic relations order. This one actually is asking for 100% of the total vested account balance, because he actually owes more in child support than he has in the QDRO itself. Because he currently
So
owns
it's not specific.
no,
Go ahead.
because
Let's go.
he owes more than what's in there, so they're just taking 100% of it.
And do you know the amount that is in there?
I don't, but this was approved by the plan administrator. I
right,
could
then.
email
Okay.
I could email the SCU and ask them if they know.
Okay, well, now if the plan administrator has approved the amount, then that's what you got to do with a QDRO anyway. If they pre-approved it, then that will be sufficient. Okay.
Okay.
All right then. All right then. Let me go ahead and I'll let you on the record. But let's get Ms. Montesigo sworn in and we'll start it up. Ms. Montesigo, ma'am, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony that you're going to give here today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you?
I do.
All right then. Thank you very much, ma'am. You're officially under oath. Ms. Overstreet, you can let the court know whether or not he's still employed there, or this is something that that's coming in and he's completed his employment with these folks, if you know. But anyway, go ahead and proceed at this time, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Montesigo, since the time the original order was entered in this case, has Mr. Hudson ever paid you anything directly that did not come through the state disbursement unit?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And we're currently showing that he owes in child support as of 4/21, $30,036.04. And medical support, he owes $8,378.25 for a total of $38,414.29. Does that sound about right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Your Honor, if there's no legal objection, I'd like to enter into evidence the pay records in this case.
All right, ma'am. I know you can't see it on a landline, but I'm holding up State's Exhibit number 1. This is your pay record that shows what funds are owed you in the state in this matter, or you in this matter, for unpaid child support and unpaid cash medical. Is there any legal reason the court should not allow this information in evidence at this time, ma'am?
No, sir.
All right, State's 1's admitted. Yeah, you may proceed, Ms. Overstreet.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything?
No, Your Honor, we're just asking the court to sign the order. And I guess they'll send
All right,
that to
ma'am,
me by DocuSign.
Yeah, e-file. Yeah, that's gonna be
E-file,
e-file,
yes.
Barber. Anyway, all right, ma'am. I'm looking to go ahead and sign the order that will the order that's already been approved by the QDRO administrator for any and all funds in that account to be forwarded out, and any and all they'll send to the state disbursement unit, and you will be given credit. He'll be given credit for that as toward his check. But my understanding is it's not going to take care of everything, so some money will still be owed. But at this time, ma'am, do you have any questions or anything else you're asking the court to do here today?
No, sir.
All right, may Ms. Montesigo be excused, Ms. Overstreet?
Yes, you may. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you very much, ma'am. You're free to go, and once I get that in e-file, I will sign off on it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, just so you know, it does not look like he's still working for that employer.
That's what I kind of figured, yeah. You're lucky you caught it before he cashed it in. And got that tax and the 20% penalty. Yeah, I just love that. So yeah.
Your Honor, yes, we're asking for a qualified domestic relations order in this case in the amount of $19,148.32, which is the amount that Mr. Moore was in arrears as of April 21st, 2025. The only objection that I know of is he said he was paying through his employer, so he didn't think that this should be entered, but be entered
What?
in addition to paying through the employer. That was the only thing he had mentioned to me when I talked to him in the breakout room.
All right, so don't worry, sir. We'll give a chance for you to testify to that, one way or the other. The state may have misunderstood you or not. But anyway, the state is requesting that we send out a qualified domestic relations order to get funds to pay off your unpaid child support. So at this time, sir, first I'll get you under oath, and then we'll get testimony from you to tell the court whether or not you're in agreement or disagreement. And if you do not agree, then we'll get that information from you. What's your request or why you're not in agreement? So at this time, Mr. Moore, could you please raise your right hand? And do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give this court today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you, ma'am. Sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, you're officially under oath, and I'm going to let the state call you as a witness. And after that, I'll let you tell the court anything that you think you need to know, that I need to know. But the first thing the state's going to ask you is whether or not you're in agreement or disagreement. Thank you.
Mr. Moore, are you in agreement with us entering this order?
Yes.
You are in agreement with us entering the QDRO order? Okay.
Yeah.
And understand it's going to be for the full amount that you owe?
Well, I can't pay the full amount. I mean, I understand I owe $19,000, but I can't pay no $19,000. I don't have $19,000.
You understand this is going to come out of your whatever kind of, I don't know if it's a 401k or whatever kind of domestic relations order that you have? Whatever kind of
I guess this is new. I guess that's what y'all saying. I don't know. Nobody told me that. This is the first time I'm hearing of it, ma'am.
Okay. Your Honor, if there's no objection, I would like to go ahead and enter into evidence the pay record showing that Mr. Moore owes $19,148.32.
All right, Mr. Moore, you don't have a video, but you don't have to. But the state has tendered to the court a copy of your payment record in your case, sir. And the state is asking me to take that into evidence. And is there a legal reason that your official court record information as far as payments of child support are concerned, sir? Is there a legal reason why I should not take this information into evidence in your case?
Only thing I have to say is I thought they were taking money out of my check. I don't know, but that's the only thing. That's the only thing I have. I mean,
all right, sir. First, I was asking whether or not you have an objection to the court getting your payment record.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Excuse me? No, I don't have no objection. I have no objection.
All right, so stage one's going to be admitted. in the record, sir, it does show that some money is coming out, but it's nowhere. Obviously, I don't think it's anywhere near close enough
Right.
to satisfy what it should be being paid. So I see there's
Right.
been looks like $18.46 taken out every week or so. But let's see, that's been coming in at that same amount. Wow, that's weird. Originally it was coming in at $99, $55 a week, and then it went down to 18. So one time you owe 20,000 and some change, sir, but right now you still owe $19,000, and the state's asking me to, and it looks like there was some years back in 2013, 2014, 2015 that no money was coming in on your child support, sir. So that's where all the unpaid came from. And the state's asking you to take money out of your retirement and pay and satisfy that debt. You understand that?
Yes, sir. I understand that.
All right. And is there any legal reason why I should not order that be done, sir? Because again, I do see it was being paid, but it was not being paid at close to the amount.
Yes, sir. I understand that. I mean, I have no objections of it. I mean, if they allow it, because I already have 2 loans out on it. I mean, I don't have no objections to it.
All right, then. Well, whatever's there, if that amount's there, they'll take it out and pay for it. If not, they'll take out what is there and pay it toward it. So hopefully it's enough to take care of everything. But I'll go ahead and grant it with no objection, sir. All right. Is there anything else then, Ms. Overstreet?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, may Mr. Moore be excused.
Yes, he can. Thank you,
All right,
Mr. Moore.
Mr. Moore, you're free to
Yes,
go,
ma'am.
sir, and you'll get a copy of the order, and we're off the record, sir. Thank you.
Okay, hold up, sir. If
Yes,
it's not enough, yes, sir. If it's not enough on my 401k to pay with your action, then what happens?
Technically, sir, you still owe the remaining amount. If it's not enough,
That I understand. I'm just trying to avoid going to jail because I have a job. I'm trying to do things right now. I'm just trying to avoid going to jail. That's all. I'm just asking. What happens
right now, sir, there's no pleadings before the court that's asking you be held in contempt and sent to jail. Right now, that's not there, sir. So what I would tell you to do, sir, is I hate to do it. I hate to tell you this way, but you might want to go talk to an attorney, see if there's somebody around that still gives free consults or inexpensive consults, and have them go over once you get the amount, show how much, if you still owe anything, what you need to do to make sure that you're in conformity with the court order going forward. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because I can't give you legal advice, sir. I got to be the judge.
Right. I understand, sir.
Okay, but yeah, but right now, if it takes care of it, then you're good. If it doesn't, is the child over the age of 18, Miss Overstreet?
Let me look.
My daughter's 26. My daughter's 25.
Okay, all right. So the only thing is owed is the old amount, sir. So yeah.
Yes. Once
Okay.
if this pays the whole thing, then excuse me, we'll stop the wage withholding order.
All right, sir. And here's the deal, sir. It's just your daughter's over the age of 25. There cannot be a new request to ask that you be incarcerated for not paying your child support, but that doesn't stop the state from coming after you any other way they can find to try to get money out of you. Okay.
Yes, sir. I understand that, sir.
All right. Good enough then, sir. Thank you. All right.
Thank you,
right,
Mr.
thank you.
Moore.
And we're off the record, sir. And you can go. Thank you.
Thank you.
NCP appeared and agreed. Not something I write down too often.
I'm shocked because he had all kind of questions about why we were doing this when we were taking it out of his check too, but I guess he got over that.
Yeah, because looked like there was like I said earlier, it looked like there were just years that there wasn't anything coming in, and all of a sudden it was, but looked like they may have just been paying the interest off instead of the principal. So yeah.